Once upon a time, in the midst of a world gripped by tension and fear, a great conflict emerged that would shape the course of history. It was the Second World War, a devastating global conflict that engulfed nations and tested the resilience of humanity. The year was 1939, and the world was on the brink of chaos. Adolf Hitler and his Nazi regime had risen to power in Germany, spreading their ideology of hatred and superiority. As Hitler's ambitions grew, he set his sights on conquering Europe, causing unrest and uncertainty among neighboring countries. In the midst of this turmoil, a young man named James found himself caught up in the storm. He was an ordinary citizen living in a small town on the outskirts of London. James had always dreamt of becoming a pilot, soaring through the skies with the wind in his hair. Little did he know that his dreams would soon be put to the ultimate test. As war erupted, James enlisted in the Royal Air Force, determined to defend his country from the impending threat. He trained rigorously, honing his skills as a pilot and preparing himself for the battles that lay ahead. James became part of a squadron of brave men and women who would risk their lives to protect their homeland. The war brought with it unimaginable hardships and sacrifices. James witnessed the devastation of bombings, the loss of friends and comrades, and the toll it took on the civilians caught in the crossfire. But through it all, he remained resolute in his mission to defend freedom and fight for a better future. In the heat of battle, James displayed unwavering courage and skill. He flew through the skies, engaging in dogfights with enemy planes, dodging bullets and evading danger. The skies became his battleground, and he fought with every ounce of his being to protect those he loved. But war is never without its consequences. James experienced the horrors of war firsthand, witnessing the destruction and loss of life that it brought. He saw the impact it had on families, communities, and the world at large. It was a stark reminder of the cost of conflict and the importance of peace. As the war raged on, James and his fellow soldiers pushed forward, determined to bring an end to the darkness that had engulfed the world. They fought in the trenches, stormed the beaches, and liberated cities from the clutches of tyranny. Their bravery and sacrifice would not go unnoticed. Finally, in 1945, victory was achieved. The war came to an end, and the world began the long and arduous process of rebuilding. James returned home, forever changed by his experiences, but hopeful for a brighter future. The Second World War was a chapter in history that taught us the true cost of conflict and the resilience of the human spirit. It showed the world the strength of unity, the power of perseverance, and the importance of learning from our past. And in the face of darkness, it reminded us that even in the most trying times, heroes like James would rise.